Hello student, a very good morning to all of you. How are you? I hope you all are happy, healthy and fine at home. Do you remember what were we discussing yesterday? I think yesterday we were discuss about the ribosins A and B, which is a natural product, and how that natural product is important or playing a role as far as organic chemistry is concerned, and why we need to study such compound at present, or why university introduce this type of the molecule to study. The main objective, as I already mentioned in my previous lectures, the student should acquire the knowledge of synthesizing such organic natural product which is highly associated with medicinal properties, because they are showing great biological activities. But if you compare the synthesis of previous two molecule, one is a longiflorine and second one is a hirsutolin B. While synthesizing these compound, the student should get knowledge or technique about the carbon-carbon bond formation, new carbon-carbon bond formation. There are different methods employed during those molecule synthesis, but this molecule is a totally different aspect than the previous two. When we discuss further, deeper and deeper, there is the logical thinking behind to achieve, to synthesize or to construct such organic or such natural products. And if you remember the structure of ribosins A and B, you will find there the carbon skeleton or the molecular architecture exhibit in a different natural product. They shows biological activities, because most of the drugs having similarities with that meiosis, and that carbon skeleton or that meiosis generally here is the dibenzofuran, that is a meiosis. Whenever that meiosis present in the organic compound, they shows biological activities, and that's why most of the scientists get attracted toward the synthesis of that ribosines A and B. So the synthesis of this ribosines A and B were described by different scientists. The name of that author or the scientist are Bayode Dr. Sharma ND, MC Given, CJ Stevenson PJ, Hering P and Alain. They had published this paper in 2009 in a well reputed journal. I already told you that is a Journal of Organic Chemistry. Shortly it is known as JOC. Volume number 84 and the page number also given. And the title of this paper is a chemoenzymatic synthesis of minus ribosine A and B from dibenzo BD-furan. That is a short but very meaningful title was given to this paper, that is a chemoenzymatic synthesis. By keeping all the stereochemical aspect or chemoenzymatically controlled manner, or what we can call it as a synthesis, this one. So at the beginning we have seen the general skeleton of that. Let us see which moiety it has. So this is the moiety. Let's see over here. Here there is a double bond, one double bond here, and here we can show both the groups are coming above the plane, both the hydroxy group, that is the cis hydroxy. So this is the molecule which is a starting material, or we can call it as a precursor, and after that, after the 9 steps or more than 9 steps, if you carry out, or they had carried out and they got the product by using reagent and the reaction condition properly, they have got the structure, this one, this is a OMe, and at this corner point one hydroxy and another, there is another hydroxy group, and this structure is nothing but as a ribosine A. This is the structure of ribosine A. After doing the 9 step, they had achieved this compound, natural compound, which is ribosine, and that ribosine from the nature, it is extracted or isolated from ribis plant, P. ribis plant. And now let us see another structure here, this one, not this one. Here the 5-membered ring, which is benzofuran type of the ring. Now here alpha beta unsaturated compound, this moiety remains as it is. Here the methoxy group which remains above the plane. Here O methoxy group over here, and here again that hydroxy group should remain above the plane, and this structure not above the plane. Here remember, it it is always below the plane OH. This structure is known as ribosine B. This is a structure of ribosine B. Only the changes, this hydroxy group OH get replaced by the methyl, and that above configurational change, above hydroxy group should be below the group. So that are the changes. If you observe both the structure very carefully, you will see these are the differences, major differences. One, here this hydrogen atom get replaced by the methyl group, and this hydroxy group in a ribosine A were above the plane. In a ribosine B, that hydroxy must be below the plane. That are the major changes between these the two compound ribosine A and ribosine B. Both are the natural compound and both are showing as a biological activities, and that's why it is important to study. Now what are the characteristics of these two compounds? So ribosine A and ribosine B, both are the natural product. If you see here, there are multiple functional groups are there, like over here alpha beta unsaturated compound, methoxy group, hydroxy group. So there also you have to keep in mind as a chemoselectivity. Do you remember what do you mean by the chemoselectivity? Chemoselectivity is nothing but the organic compound containing or having multiple functional group, and out of that multiple functional group, whenever the reagent is added, that reagent, specific reagent should react with only one of the functional group selectively, and we are getting the desired product. So that type of the terminology is known as a chemoselectivity. Chemoselectivity, this is a enzyme, chemoenzymatic synthesis of minus ribosine A and B from dibenzo BD-furan. That is the title, chemoenzymatic. Do you remember what do you mean by the chemo? Just now I already explained about that chemoselectivity, but enzymatic. Enzyme, do you know enzyme means what? Enzyme is nothing but it is a catalyst, and that catalyst, it is in biochemistry, or what we can call it as in biochemistry, that enzyme is act as a catalyst, means it will speed up the reaction. It does not involve in the reaction. After the completion, it speed up the reaction, rate of reaction is increased. After completion of the reaction, that catalyst may regenerate afterward, after completion of reaction. So it doesn't change the reaction, only it speed up the reaction. That is a main role playing by that enzyme in the biochemistry, biological world it is, and yesterday we have seen that about. Now if you look at whether they are minus, we are representing generally as a minus R ribosine, and here also as a minus R ribosine B. These are the what we can call it as a experimental quantity, and R and S configuration, they are the absolute configuration. And now when that optical property shown by the molecule, when it shows that property, when the molecule containing as a chiral center, chirogenic center or the stereogenic center. Chiral center, as we know that everybody knows that the carbon atom carries 4 different groups, is known as a chiral carbon. And if you observe this structure carefully, minus ribosine A as well as minus ribosine B, in both the compound, if you are trying to find out you can label this one chiral center, because this carbon has 4 different groups attached to it. This carbon atom, one hydroxy, one this group, another, and one hydrogen atom, it is also as another chiral center, and this also as a chiral center, means there are 3 chiral center or the symmetric carbon atom present in this molecule, whether it is ribosine A or ribosine B, both having the same number of chiral carbons. Stereogenically, they are, when there is a chiral center, how many isomers are possible? That depending upon the chiral center, and that isomer means what? Having same molecular formula but different structure are known as isomers, and that optical isomers depending upon the number of chiral center, and which is given by Van't rule. That Van't rule is a 2 raised to n, where n is nothing but as a number of chiral center, and here in case of a 3, so 2 raised to 3 you can multiply 2 into 2 into 2, total are 8. So 8 isomers are possible for each minus ribosine, and out of that one must possess the property, or what we can call it as a biological activity, which will be helpful in that it will control the particular disease, and that's why it is challenging, very challenging to isolate that particular isomer. But enzymatically means in a green chemistry, it just like as a enzymatically means we are getting out of 8 isomer, we can control the isomer, only required isomer we can obtain, and that's why it is there. Now let's see some other introduction regarding this. The dibenzo BD-furan skeleton is present in a number of biologically interesting chiral natural products. Remember this word is a highly important, or the highlighted sentence over here. The dibenzo BD-furan skeleton is present in a number of biologically interesting chiral natural products. Chiral, as we know that chiral means the carbon atom carrying 4 different groups are known as a chiral, including galanthamine, which is as a drug, opiates, for example morphine, and ribosines, figure 1. Ribosines are a family of polyoxygenated dibenzofuran derivative. Remember, these ribosines are a family of polyoxygenated dibenzofuran derivatives, which were isolated by or which were extracted by Fukuyama and co-worker from the fruiting bodies of the white rot fungus Phenilus rubis. Look at that, Phenilus rubis. That is a Phenilus rubis. Phenilus rubis, this is one of the plant or the part of the plant that fungus, from it is extracted or isolated. And as we know that dibenzo BD furan, which exhibit in a number of skeleton of that molecule. Let us see the example of those molecule. I am going to write those examples over here in the introductory part. Let us see those examples. Here the compound. This is a main or the basic framework of this type of the compound, which is this one, the dibenzofuran is known as a dibenzofuran. Di means two, benzene, dibenzofuran. This is a major or the main unit involved in different drugs molecules. Let's see over here, these molecules were present in some of the medicinally useful compounds. Let's see, this is a skeleton over here. I am showing this is one of the compound, the name of this compound here. Not here. Let's see. Let me draw properly so that you can draw this molecule, and over here is a CH3 methyl group, and here is a double bond, not this one, let us, something is one, two, three, four, 5 membered ring. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 membered ring. Where is a, here is a CH3, and this double bond not here, it is here, and there is a, at this junction, hydrogen atom above the plane, and this hydroxy group should be below the plane. This is a structure of galanthamine. This is a structure of galanthamine, which is one of the drugs. Then morphine, let us see the structure of morphine will be this one, 5 membered ring. This moiety remains as it is only from this group we can show over here, morphine structure. One, two, three, no. The structure, here is a methyl group CH3. This is called as morphine, structure of morphine. Here is a double bond, and this is a structure of morphine. This is one of the drugs. Then let us see, this is a structure which I am representing. Look carefully here, double bond O, here is OCH3, or you can just remember methyl group OH, and this hydrogen atom should be, that is a ribosine A, ribosynes A molecule. Now let us see another, not this one. Our main focus on this dibenzofuran moiety present in every molecule, double bond C double bond O. Now here this is a methoxy group O Me, then here this O Me, then here should be that hydroxy should be below the plane H, and this is known as a ribosine, ribosines B, ribosine B. Now let me draw another structure over here. Here is alpha beta unsaturated compound. This here the structure of this one remains as O Me. It is O Me. Here is a OH, and at this position there is a hydroxy group which is known as a this is a ribosine, this is a ribosine, ribosine C, ribosine C, because this and this they get differ only at this chiral. It may have a S configuration, then it should have a R configuration. This is ribosine C. And now let us see one more example over here, this one, C double bond O. Here this remains as it is, then here this should be above the plane, this OMe remains as it is, and this OH also remains as this, and this is the same, but only the hydroxy group over here, that is known as a ribosine D, ribosine D. This is a ribosine D. So examples of these molecules, ribosine D, this one, ribosine D. Ribosine D, at this position there is a hydroxy group, that is the change only there, other remains as it. Means ribosines A to D, ribosines A to D we have drawn here or represented over here, and all are containing this dibenzofuran moiety. This is a general moiety we have shown over here, that is called dibenzofuran, or it is sometimes referred as a dibenzo BD furan. You can show either this way or this way. If you see, if you observe these four structure carefully, or whatever structure is written over here, like as a galanthamine, morphine, then ribosine A, ribosine B, ribosine C, ribosine C, all are containing that dibenzo BD furan structure over there. These figure number 1, examples of natural product containing dibenzofuran subunit, that is this is a scheme number 1 which were described here for this. This microbial species has a history of use in traditional medicines where it was used to enhance immunity as well as to treat gastrointestinal cancer, liver or diseases and diabetes. And nowadays most of the people suffering from diabetes nothing but as an uncontrolled sugar. So ribosine A to D in particular enhance the ability of nerve growth factor to promote neurite outgrowth in PCL2 cells and may have potential in the treatment of stroke, brain trauma and Alzheimer's diseases. And these are the main medicinal properties shown by this molecule, and that's why it is necessary to study such type of the compound. I think with this is enough description regarding ribosine A and B. This is the introductory part which we have seen what type of the carbon skeleton or the moiety present, and depending upon that carbon skeleton moiety and that type of the compound generally shows the properties like as a biological activities, or they have a potential in the treatment of stroke, brain thalassemia and Alzheimer's diseases. So I think with this let us stop today here, remaining we will see in the next lecture. Thank you, have a nice day.